Halloween 2 is directed by Rick Rosenthal, and it is not as good as the first one. So, I used to think that this was one of the best horror sequels ever. It's not going to beat out Dr. Sleep, which I think is the definitive horror sequel, but it is definitely one of the best. Definitely the best slasher sequel. I haven't seen all the Friday the 13th films, so I can't really judge on much, but I do think that it is still good. But I remember this being much better than it was. This has the reversed up effect. I'm gonna call it the up effect, because where you like one part of a movie, and then so you think you like the whole movie. Most people like Up because of the first 10 minutes. I, and a lot of people, like this movie because of its last 10 minutes. It has a really good last half hour. But the rest of it isn't as great as you remember. It's like The Office, where some of the episodes, they're still great, by the way. Including this movie. It's still great, but it works better as clips. And then when you watch them in context, it kind of slows it all down together. Like, I like Michael walking through the neighborhood. I like the Ben Tramer, how he makes a comeback in this one. Not in the way you'd think, like, not a redemption, but how his character comes into this one. I do like how this is a direct sequel, much better of a direct sequel than Halloween 40 or H2O. No, oh my god. What the heck? Than Halloween 2018, because it just flows better. But they redid some shots at the beginning that completely messes up the context. Like, instead of 6 shots, I shot him 6 times, he shot him 7 times. It messes up the timeline. Not the timeline, but there's a lot of timelines in this universe. But yeah, Halloween itself, I think it is a great sequel, great follow-up, but it doesn't continue the story as well, considering it's not directed by John Carpenter again. I would arguably say it has some of the better sequences than the first one. I really do like Michael going around the neighborhood, bumping into kids, and since other people are kind of dressed as him, because he did steal that mask from a hardware store, that means other people have that mask. There's a lot of world building in this one, and I do love the hospital setting. I love the hot tub scene. It is one of the most memorable kills ever. But this movie is so slow because our main character, who we followed for an hour and a half in the first one, isn't the main character in this one. I'd arguably say, probably Michael himself is the main character, because we're seeing more of him. And there's like some nurse main characters and stuff. And we're there given personalities too. But Laurie Strode doesn't do anything until the last 20 minutes, which kind of feels underwhelming in a way, where we get really nothing of our main protagonist. But I do love her final girl circuit, even though she doesn't know anyone. But yeah, there's not much depth to this one. I don't like the reveal that Laurie is Michael's sister. I love the scene where they reveal it, but I don't love the reveal itself.
Dr. Loomis, please, listen to me. There's a file on Michael Myers that nobody knew about.
I've seen everything.
No, it was hidden, sealed by the court after his parents were killed. Now, after the governor heard what happened tonight, he authorized Dr. Rogers to open it.
What file?
It isn't fair. They should have allowed you to examine everything. That Strode girl, that's Michael Myers' sister. She was born 2 years before he was committed. 2 years after, his parents died and she was adopted by the Strodes. They requested that the records be sealed in order to protect the family.
She just don't see what he's doing here in Haddonfield. He killed one sister 15 years ago, now he's trying to kill the other.
Definitely one of the better plot twists. Don't like the Sartain thing and okay. When I get to Halloween 2018, I'll complain then. But Halloween 2, it definitely tries to do stuff, but it couldn't just reach it. It was like Cruella. It tried to climb the ladder and then just missed the top step. It was like an amputee trying to climb a ladder. I don't know how that would work, but yeah. This one, it's definitely more of a nostalgia thing, but it's definitely more of a background movie compared to the first one. And yeah, I do love this one. Still a lot, but just not as much as I remember. I've watched this one with one of my closest friends, and I started falling asleep, and he put his Michael mask on and terrified me. But this is definitely, probably, I have the most connection to this one compared to the first one, because this is the first horror film I saw with a friend. It was TV version, and it was just fun. So, as a sequel, yeah. As a movie itself, it's just so much slower. Not much happens for the first hour, except for world building. It's just super slow. And it's not like 1917 slow where it helps. It kind of kills it a lot. The acting isn't that great either. There's not many memorable scenes I could talk about. I do love the fire at the end, but it's left too abruptly, like Beetlejuice. I did not like the ending to Beetlejuice. I mean, it's a fun movie. This is like one of those cases where it ends too abruptly, where we feel like there's something there, and then you just forget it. And then Halloween 4, Jamie Lee Curtis does not want to sign on, so she's dead. It's a big mess. But yeah, Halloween 2, not as great as the original, but still pretty good. If you don't know my rating system, an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 is a golden ticket, and a trophy is a 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, after doing some recent consideration, instead of giving it an 8 out of 10 like I originally was, it just didn't do as much for me as I remember it doing. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, and this is removing all nostalgia bias, so yeah, a 7.5 out of 10. But yes, Halloween 2 is still a great movie. The score, yeah, good. Opening credits, good. It's just good. Compared to the first one, great, good, and now it's in for a wild ride. This is not like Harry Potter, where there's an inconsistency in quality, where the first one's good, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, okay, you get what I mean. But yeah, this one is definitely a consistency in quality, because it goes from Halloween 6 to Resurrection. Nope. Halloween 6 to H2O to Resurrection to the remakes to 2018. It's a big mess. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on Thursday for my Halloween special part 2. This technically could be a part of it, but I'm probably going to throw that all in sooner or later. But yeah. And then I think I'm going to be doing Halloween 3 on this Saturday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to squeeze as much Halloween films into this month as possible. I think next week is going to be purely this franchise. So yeah, thank you guys. Anyways, sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay gold, everyone. Yeah, got the quote right.